These three friends took what didn't belong to them. Now one is dead, and the pirates are hunting the rest. Juma, Kofi, and Amoni were the best of friends. They grew up together in a small village called Momba, nestled on the shores of a vast lake. The village was peaceful, filled with laughter, colorful markets, and the sound of children playing. Despite the simplicity of their lives, the three friends always longed for adventure. They spent their days fishing in the big lake, not only to feed their families but to dream of what might lie beyond the water's horizon. One bright afternoon, with the sun shining high in the sky, the three friends set off on another fishing trip. They packed their small boat with fishing gear, some food, and their usual high spirits. The lake sparkled like a mirror under the sunlight, and the water was calm, as if welcoming them to its mysteries. They sailed to their favorite spot, far from the village, where the water was deep and teemed with fish. After a few hours of fishing, they noticed something unusual in the water. Juma, who was always the most observant, was the first to spot it. "Look there," he shouted, pointing to a strange shape beneath the surface. Kofi and Amoni squinted at the water. "What is it?" Kofi asked, his curiosity piqued. "I'm not sure," Juma replied, "but it looks like something big. Let's check it out." They quickly pulled up their fishing lines and paddled towards the strange shape. As they got closer, they realized it was a large, old chest, half buried in the sand at the bottom of the lake. With great effort, they managed to pull the heavy chest up into their boat. Covered in algae and rust, it looked ancient, as though it had been lost for centuries. Their hands trembled with excitement as they pried the chest open. Inside, to their amazement, were gold coins, sparkling jewels, and shiny gemstones, all glimmering in the sunlight. Their eyes widened in disbelief. "We're rich!" Kofi exclaimed, his voice full of excitement. "I can't believe this." Amoni's eyes gleamed as he held up a handful of gold coins. "This is incredible. We can help our families and the whole village with this." Juma, always the cautious one, spoke up. "We need to be careful. If anyone else finds out about this, we could be in danger. We should hide it somewhere safe." They all agreed. After discussing where to hide their newfound fortune, Juma suggested the cave by the lake. It was their secret spot, a place they'd played in as children and where no one else ever went. They carried the chest to the cave and hid it behind some large rocks, making sure it was well concealed. The three friends made a pact to keep the treasure a secret until they figured out what to do next. Unbeknownst to them, however, their secret wasn't safe for long. Far away, across the lake in a dark, hidden hideout, lived Captain Zubori, a wicked parrot known for his greed and cruelty. For years, Captain Zubori had been searching for treasures to steal, even though none of them ever belonged to him. He was infamous across the region for attacking villages, taking what he wanted, and leaving destruction in his wake. Captain Zubori had a clever and sneaky parrot named Jabori, who was his trusted companion. Jabori was not just any ordinary parrot, he had a talent for spying. The bird could fly unnoticed, watching people from the treetops and listening to their conversations. He was Zubori's eyes and ears. One day, as Jabori flew over the lake, he spotted Juma, Kofi, and Amoni hiding the treasure. He then quickly flew back to Captain Zubori's hideout to report what he had seen. "Captain! Captain!" Jabori squawked as he landed on Zubori's shoulder. "I saw three men with a chest full of gold and jewels." Captain Zubori's eyes lit up with greed. "So, they think they can keep the treasure I've been looking for so many years," he growled. "They'll soon learn what happens when someone tries to outsmart me." Captain Zubori adored Jabori so much that he had once killed 3 of his own pirates because they had mistreated the parrot. The crew knew not to cross Jabori, fearing Zubori's wrath. Now, with this new information from his loyal parrot, Captain Zubori gathered his pirates and prepared for an attack on Mamba. Under the cover of night, Zubori's men sailed across the lake and launched a surprise attack on the village. The peaceful village of Mamba was thrown into chaos. Fires raged, people ran in fear, and the sounds of swords clashing filled the air. In the confusion, Kofi got separated from Juma and Amoni. Juma and Amoni tried to escape, but Amoni's wife was captured by the pirates, and his young son was lost in the chaos. As they ran for safety, Juma was shot in the leg, but Amoni managed to drag him into the forest, where they could hide. When they finally stopped to catch their breath, Amoni's face was pale with fear. "They took her, Juma. They took my wife," he said, his voice trembling. "And my son. I can't find him." Juma, though in pain from his injured leg, put a reassuring hand on Amoni's shoulder. "We'll find her, and we'll save her. I promise." But little did they know, Zubori had been watching them the entire time, spying from the trees. Every time Juma and Amoni spoke of their plans, the sneaky parrot would fly back to Captain Zubori and tell him everything. The two friends had no idea how closely they were being monitored. Desperate to save Amoni's wife, Juma and Amoni decided to sneak into Captain Zubori's hideout deep in the forest. They thought they could rescue her before it was too late. They gathered their courage and, under the cover of darkness, set off toward the pirate hideout. But Zubori had already told Captain Zubori about their plan. When Juma and Amoni reached the hideout, they were ambushed by Zubori's pirates. The two friends tried to fight back, but they were outnumbered and quickly overpowered. Beaten and bruised, they were dragged in front of Captain Zubori. The pirate captain glared at them with his cold, cruel eyes. Zubori, sitting proudly on his shoulder, seemed to smirk, pleased with his spying work. "If I let my anger control me, I'd finish you both right now," Captain Zubori said with a sneer. "But I need something from you, something you took from me. The treasure. I know it's with you." Despite the pain, Juma shook his head. "We don't have the treasure," he said firmly. Captain Zubori's face darkened with rage. "Don't lie to me," he shouted. "You have 7 days to bring me the treasure, or I will kill Amoni's wife. She will live for now, but if you don't return the gold, she will not survive." Juma's heart raced. He knew the treasure was hidden in the cave, but with Captain Zubori's parrot always watching, how could they ever retrieve it without being caught? Amoni, filled with worry for his wife, looked to Juma for hope, but both of them knew they had only a few days to come up with a plan, or Amoni's wife would be gone forever. The pirates threw Juma and Amoni out of the hideout, leaving them bruised and terrified. Zubori cackled from the treetops, knowing he would continue to spy on them, always ready to report back to Captain Zubori. Now, with just 7 days left, Juma and Amoni knew they had to outsmart the cruel Captain Zubori and his sneaky parrot. The fate of Amoni's wife and the treasure depended on their courage and cleverness. Time was running out, and they had to act quickly before everything they cared about was lost forever.
Thanks for watching. In the next episodes, tensions rise as the pirates' more aggressive move against the fisherman. Secrets about the treasure begin to unravel, but not everyone is prepared for the dangers lurking in the shadows. Keep an eye on the parrot, it plays a much bigger role than expected. Betrayal may come from someone closer than you think. Zubori, Captain Zubori's spy, is watching their every move. Will Juma and Amoni find a way to avoid his prying eyes, or will the clever bird lead the pirates right to them? A surprising discovery: while sneaking around the hideout, the friends may uncover something unexpected about the treasure. Could there be more to it than they first thought? An unexpected ally or betrayal, someone in Mumba or among the pirates might come forward to help, or perhaps betray them. Keep an eye out for shifting loyalties. Thanks for tuning in. If you love this story and want more, let me know in the comments by typing part 2. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Turn on post notifications. Stay ahead of the curve and be the first to know when the next episode drops. Have a fantastic day.